Good morning, everybody. Beautiful morning on the west coast. A little bit overcast. Very low winds right now. Kind of cool, actually. Not super warm out. Beautiful day, nonetheless. And I am going fishing. Going fishing. Gotta get some fish. Time is it? What time is it? It's 6:15 a.m. Pretty early, but I like going early. It's a beautiful day. We'll try to get a few fish, and then I'm going to actually go back to the cabin and relax because I'm exhausted. It's been a long week this week at work. Lots going on, so. Take an R&R day. I'm going to take a me day. Catch up on a few emails, catch up on some comments from people and whatnot. But yeah. All right, I'm going to rock and roll here. We'll catch you guys in a bit. Getting out, but it is what it is. Can't control the weather. You can't control the weather, so you either sit on shore and complain about it, or you suck it up and go fishing. So we sucked it up and we're fishing. Fish around, so that's good. Not a ton yet. We got nothing yet, but they're on the screen. So we're gonna hear it. Just about, it's about 10 to 7 now. And the low tide is not until quarter to 11, so that's usually when the fishing gets better or good. Tide change, so we'll see what happens. Tells me it must have been pretty stormy out here the last couple of days, maybe. Pretty stormy, I'm thinking. Makes it tough fishing. Constantly checking the line for feed. Well, whatever. I ain't complaining. So I got another email from Martin. I'm not going to say Martin's last name, respect to privacy, but I got another email from Martin yesterday afternoon, and he also shared his phone number with me and told me to by all means give him a call. He said he doesn't have the ability to, he doesn't know how to do like a like a Teams or Zoom or anything like that. Maybe at some point I don't know if he has an iPhone, I don't know what kind of phone it is, but maybe at some point I can talk to him and just over the phone for sure, and then maybe see if he's able to do like a FaceTime call, which would be cool. I'd love to talk to the guy and hear a little bit about his life, what a life he lived up in the Yukon trapping his entire life. Very cool. So anyways, he shared another email with me, and I'll read that out at some point in time here for sure, but it's not going to be today. It's not going to be today. Today I'm fishing and relaxing. That's my goal for the day. It's been a busy week, lots going on. So yeah, no emails. Fish, relax, and yeah, I got a lot of emails from different people, different experiences, stories, and not. You know what? There was Martin and one other person that emailed. That was it. That emailed about the forest people. That's a Bigfoot topic. So two people that have wanted to share their experiences, and I will get to them both. But other people just emailing and just shooting shit, telling me about a trip they went on or whatever. Some people emailing me about different products that I should try in my arsenal of gear. So I appreciate that. Awesome. I appreciate anybody's advice. I've been doing things a certain way for a long time, but it don't make it right. So if people have suggestions or ideas of gear or whatever, I like to hear it. I'll look into it for sure. This is beautiful scenery. I'm actually going to take the phone down here for a minute. Bear with me. I need to take the phone down for a minute, and I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to show you where I am. This is where I'm fishing. What do you think? Kind of nice, isn't it? See over there in the distance, there's some rock bluffs and a nice sandy beach there. This is the Wild West Coast, man, let me tell you. This is as wild as it gets. Out there, we got us. Out there, we got us the wide open ocean. Another boat heading out fishing. I don't know where he's going. Anyways, that's where I'm heading. I'm going to troll over to that little island there. One of my favorite little spots. Nice. It was funny, somebody made a comment on that last video I made. I had a lot of comments on that video about the country that I was in and whatnot. Like that was a beautiful area. It was steep and rugged, but super nice. And that's what I need. I need those steep mountains to get myself in shape, right? So yeah, it's a beautiful area. And I had a lot of comments about the area and whatnot, and how gorgeous of an area it was, and then obviously lots of comments about Martin's email as well. But it's funny that I forget. So somebody made a comment about how fantastic that there's no negative comments here or whatever, and I responded back. I said, well, there was a few. Like I had this one clown. I had this one jackass comment saying, you Just wasted 8 minutes of my life with that stupid music and the waterfalls and the rivers at the beginning of your video. What a waste of time, he says. And I just laughed my ass off. I'm just like, you are such a freaking loser. I'm like, oh my God. And that kind of stuff used to, obviously you guys saw the one video that I removed because of shitty comments or whatever, and it used to bother me, and once Steve taught me how to delete people and whatever, like hide them from your channel so they can never get back to your channel, I just do that, I just get an asshole like that, and I just go remove, delete. You can never come back to Outlaw Country again, ever. And I kind of laughed. I laughed to myself. I'm sitting there like a little kid. I'm hitting the delete button or hide button or whatever you call it, and deleting these people. And I'm just going. I'm laughing and I'm going. This friggin' clown is probably going to come back to look to see if I responded to him, because that's all they're after, is just to try to egg you on. And he's not going to be able to watch. And I'm just like, that's freaking hilarious, man. Can you imagine? That would drive somebody like that nuts, right? So yeah, I got a bit of a kick out of that. Somebody's a jerk, prick. I just delete. I didn't even give him a second chance. Delete. You're gone. And you know what? People, if there's people there that are, obviously you can tell they're not there for the outdoors. Like, I don't know why they're there. I have no idea why somebody would watch a program or a show or whatever that you have no interest in. You gotta have something. You gotta have something wrong upstairs. You gotta have a screw loose. But anyways, I thought that was pretty funny. I said that to my wife last night. I said, you know what I'm having a lot of fun doing? And I said, I haven't done a ton yet. And she goes, what? And I'm like, it's fun deleting people from my YouTube, right? I said, it's kind of fun. She laughed and she goes, you don't get mad anymore? I'm like, no. And she's like, that's good. I'm glad. But yeah, it is. But I just can't believe, I can't believe how many good people there are out in the world. I have a newly restored faith in humanity, because there's a lot more good people out there. Sorry, I just need to move so I can see my screen. There's a lot more good people out there than there are bad. Well, I shouldn't say that. Maybe there's not, but there's a lot of good people out there, and that makes me happy. I love it. You know, people comment and emails. A lot of it's just comments, but people comment or whatever, and they just say the nicest things. And I'll respond back and comment back. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Cool. Well, we got fish on. First fish of the day. I don't know how big he is, but he sure ran like hell. just wear them out. Don't have this much trouble. I am with this fish. Nice fish. He didn't look that big, but he's a good one. Good fish. Teenager. Good, healthy, probably 20 pounds actually. Good fish. I fish alone and people laugh their asses off watching me try to land fish and net them. They laugh. Oh well. Get her done. Another fish here. Just hope we don't get a double header. fish. These Chinooks, they run from the boat and they head shake and then they turn and come at the boat. That's what this guy's doing here. And they always want to go to one side of the boat to come in. And of course, the side of the boat that I got the rod on. So I'm going to have to change. I hope I don't get tangled up here. Fish does not want to come in on this side of the boat, no matter what. Clean my fish pretty much right away out here. I don't like to leave it till I get in. Clean them right away. Keep them nice and fresh. There we go. Bite on that rod. Out. A little hard for me to do a ton of filming here for you guys. I'm alone. funny when you're in an area. When you're in an area catching fish, it's funny. It just takes minutes, and people see you catching fish or whatever, and then it just takes a matter of minutes, and then there's people all over the place. They're like eagles. People are like eagles when they're fishing. They're watching. Can't blame them. They want to catch fish too, right? Everybody wants to get their fish in the freezer for winter. And I got mine for the day, so I'm a happy camper. Well, it was a great morning of fishing. I got my limit. I'm only allowed 2 salmon, 2 Chinooks a day. So you're allowed 2 Chinooks and 2 coho per day for a total of 4 fish. There's no coho around right now, they're just Chinooks. But I got my 2 Chinooks, beauties, around 20 pounders. And so it was a good day. But now I'm kind of stuck in the water because I just talked to my lovely wife and she said that the tide is still pretty low. I thought I could probably get in around 12:30, 1 o'clock. It's probably going to be about 1:30, or at least maybe 1:45 before I can get in. So whatever, it is what it is. I'm adrift in the ocean, but I'm good with that. Hang on. Okay, sorry about that. I just had a phone call I had to answer. So where was I? Yeah, anyways, fishing was good. And tide's a little low, so I can't get out right now. So I'm just hanging out, chilling, relaxing. And so I had some time. I actually read that the newest email that Martin sent through to me, and pretty cool. So I will find a time and get that read for you guys. It's just not going to be right now. Most people, almost all people, just they'll put their boat on the dock and then get their truck, and then they just sort of walk it on the trailer and winch it on. But this is a big, heavy boat. This boat weighs, with fuel and everything, this boat's around almost 10,000 pounds. So you're not winching this thing by hand onto the trailer. So I just run it on. I've been doing it a long time, and I'm comfortable with it. So that's what I do it. Careful here, like there's rocks everywhere here around us. That's why there's a very tight lane to bring your boat in, right? So you gotta be careful and know what you're doing. There's a lot of people wreck their boats doing this. But yeah, come down here at low tide and you look at the water at a low tide, you can see the rocks and everything, so you're safe. But most people don't do that. So I just line the boat up, just settle on the trailer, and then you just run her in. Boom, just like that. What a great day. Now it's time to get these fish filleted. Have a cold beer. Have a cold beer, fillet some fish. So I'm gonna point this camera down. You don't need to see my ugly mug, and I'll show you guys how I do my fish. So first thing is I'll use the back of the knife and scrape off both sides of the salmon. especially with these Chinook. And the reason I do that is because they have a bit of a slimy cover on them. A little bit of a slimy cover or slimy film on them, and I like to eat that shit. So, and then basically just cut up through the neck, get down to the backbone, turn the knife, and again, you want a good sharp fillet knife. These are beautiful fish, nice red springs. There's red springs, white springs. So the red meat, white meat, and then there's what we call a marble. And these are beautiful reds. See that? Beautiful fillet. And then what I do with that is I take out these pin bones, these main rib bones, super carefully. I'm trying to do this so that you guys can see it, but anyways, just yeah, I know you're cutting towards your hand, but where I lay my hand flat like that, and if it ever did go through, it's not gonna cut me. Trust me. Trust me. I know everybody's going, idiot, don't cut towards yourself. But I've cleaned thousands of fish. Thousands, because I used to commercial fish. And often we used to have to clean our fish. Not all the time, but sometimes. So anyways, there's a beautiful, beautiful fillet, right? So I put those in my tote, and I take them up to Mrs. Outlaw, and she cryovacs them. She vacuum seals them. She vacuum seals the fish while I clean the boat. So as you can see here, I go in behind the gill. Let's see if I can move this camera for you. Any better? Is it better or worse? I don't know. Whatever. So I go in behind the gill here, right? And I follow that gill plate right behind the fin. And you feel the soft meat, right? And then I turn the knife, get on the backbone, and you should actually feel it cut quite easily. There you have fillet number 2. And when you're done, that's all that there is, right? There's nothing. There's nothing left. And then same thing here. We take out these bones, eh? A lot of people, I've seen a lot of people don't do this, but I always do. I don't like to eat bones. One of my worst, it's one of the things I hate, is when you get a nice piece of fish that you've cooked or whatever, and then you're sitting there picking through bones. It pisses me off. And then you just cut those bones off, just like so. Just like so.